Hello and welcome, guys. I just want to say a big apologies for the delay. Doug was having some technical issues, but he's here now. We're here. Thank you so much for being patient and waiting for us. But we are here now to discuss all things Premier League, and we're also here to discuss the transfers to see how you guys are feeling with this previous window, see if you're happy with the business that was done. And yeah, look forward to the fixtures that are going to be taking place this weekend. Are you all good, Doug? Are you all good?
I'm all good. Still having a few difficulties, but we'll work through it.
Yeah, don't worry. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's all looking good right now.
That is it, huh?
It's all looking good for now from here.
Yes, we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? We're moving.
Exactly.
Stay with us. You get me?
Innit? Big up Tyrone. Big up Book. Big up GD. Big up Ashoke. Ashoke saying, hey, Charlie.
Yeah. Come on. All good, Ashoke. Come on. Blessings.
Big up to Keenan as well, saying Sunday will be massive.
Yes, it will. These United fans have had them just chatting rubbish all week.
Listen, they have been talking from the beginning of the season non-stop. So, yes, the big test will come on Sunday to see how that game goes.
Yeah. Test. It's a big test, and we've got a bit of a depleted squad as well by the looks of things. So it'll be a test to see what our depth looks like. Do you get what I mean? Like United. But you know what? They didn't even look that good last night. It's mad. They got the victory. But I don't know, they turn up for the big games, don't they? So you can't really judge it by how they played against Southampton and Leicester last night. But yeah,
exactly. Even when we look at what are you saying, Doug?
No, go on.
Even when we look at how they got that goal yesterday, like Leicester's defense were just missing. So that wasn't like an easy goal for them. Where's the United fans? Keeping there. So yeah, but this will be a massive test for us. And what I am intrigued to see is how we are prepared mentally. How do we cope in these games when we're coming up against these big teams? Because in the previous games, we've seen that, all right, we've got that mental strength against these oppositions. But the main test now will be when we come up against a side like Manchester United, if we can see a goal or the game ain't really going the way we want it to, how do we bounce back from that? So that is what I've really got an eye out to see, as well as getting 2 points.
The bounce back ability, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what? I don't like. I see a lot of United fans are like, Arsenal need humbling. They're doing all of this. I'll shout out Tiny J. Come on,
Big up Tiny J.
Yeah. But it's like we're just playing. I don't know what they expect. I think we're playing good football. We're winning the games. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why United fans feel we need humbling. Like at the end of the day, if it was them and they were winning all day, they were unbeaten start of the season, Sancho scoring goals, Ronaldo scoring a hat tricks, you'll be seeing Sue in the comments everywhere, like Sue, like they just got you know. But Arsenal fans, I don't think we're going too far. Like even you was there at the game at the Villa game and fireworks was going off, but and people think they think they've won the league. It's not that. I just think with us, it just feels like there's such a connection between the players on the pitch, the fans, and the actual management and the things around the club. Everyone feels so involved that it's just happy to have the team back there, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't think we need humbling. I think if anything, you know what I mean, everyone should be looking at what Arsenal's doing and want to be simulating that with their club. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know 100% agree with what you're saying, Doug. And I mean, when we compare this to last season, we were sitting in 20th place where Leicester City are. You know, we hadn't even scored a goal. So we really struggled. Whereas this season is completely different. The energy around the club, the atmosphere, the connection, like you're saying, between the fans, the players, the management, everything. It's such an amazing feeling. And why shouldn't we be happy? Why shouldn't we be celebrating? Like, we've got every right to express our feelings. When we're down in the dumps, people expressing their feelings. This is how we're feeling about the club. So when we're on the high, let's keep running on that positive energy and keep feeding that into the club. and just keep, because positive energy goes a long way.
It
Do you know
goes
what I
on.
mean? It's like getting behind your team and backing them. So that is what we're doing. But yeah, let them fireworks pop. And when we beat Man U on Sunday, I want to see more fireworks popping.
Hey, you know what? And that's the thing. Like, everyone's like, we're looking forward to the game on the weekend. Look, Arsenal, da-da-da. But I'm thinking, bro, like, you lot should be worried about us coming there. Like, why are you so excited for us to come there? Like, everyone's thinking that, like, they're just going to walk all over us. Like, this is the best Arsenal team I've seen in a long time. Like, you're not just going to walk over this team. Like, and what we've shown in the games, like, in the Leicester game, even in Villa, when you score, we want to get back straight in ahead of the game. So it's like, we got gears to go up. Like, I don't really see that with United. Like, they've not really played, yes, they played Liverpool and they beat Liverpool. And that's like, you know what I mean? That's a big one, you know, for them. So I can't really knock that. But at the same time, it was a poor Liverpool team. They had Milner, Henderson, Harvey Elliott in the middle. Like that the midfield was just non-existent in that game. Van Dijk looked lost. Do you get what I mean? It was just all over the place. Like, it was a shambles, but I don't think we're going to be the same like that. I think Arsenal are going to really come out the gates wanting to, and if they play out the back like they've been playing out from the back with us, the way we press, I think it's going to be a long day for them. Like, I'm just hoping that we come out all guns blazing, the midfield strong, we press them early and go and get an early goal. I'd love that.
Exactly. That's what all Arsenal fans will be hoping for. We have actually got a Man U fan called Keenan, and he's saying, we're not that great, honestly. Our transfer window has been rubbish, and last night was horrible.
Oh, you know what? Finally, some honesty from a United fan. Like, all my mates here that are United fans, right now, they're just delusional. Like, they're like, because they're winning games and getting clean sheets, they're convincing themselves that, you know, no matter the fact it was ugly, 3 points is 3 points. And I get that. You've got to win ugly and still win the game. But the teams that they've come up against haven't been great. Like, they played Southampton. Yeah, Southampton won the following game, but they were poor against United, really bad. Like, but Shea Adams was having up Martinez the whole game. Then they go to Leicester, like, just lost Fofana. Tielemans wants to leave. Maddison don't look like he really wants to play. Like, Jamie Vardy hasn't scored a goal all season. Like, they just look very bad, like Leicester, and they scrape a 1-0 victory against them. Do you know what I mean? Where Leicester had a chance in the last 2 minutes, like in extra time, to equalise, and they fluffed their lines. Had that gone in 1-1, that's a poor result, United. You know, so yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just it's like, obviously you don't know which United's gonna turn up, but at the same time, I think if we play the way we've been playing, that should be a 3-point game for us. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. Favour is looking in our side. Even when you look at Ronaldo as well, I mean, you know, I'm surprised he actually stayed, because, you know, all directions were more or less pointing that, you know, he'll perhaps be leaving Manchester United. Was you surprised?
Yeah, a little bit, but I don't know, seeing him come on against Leicester, I'm not surprised. Like, I think, like, Ronaldo, you can't fault him for his goal scoring ability, but I think this is where him and Messi differ, and I don't like to compare the two, but I've always said, like, Ronaldo's a machine, and like Messi is like a painter. Like, because Messi's a lot more jukey and can play passes and do whatever. He's got more longevity in the game, whereas I think your Ronaldo, because he's a machine and it's all about strength and all of this. As you get older, your body starts to shut down, and I think he can still score the goals providing he's in those positions, but he doesn't add anything else to the game in the build-up. And, you know, you can see that last night he gave the ball away a few times. He got bullied off the ball. He is trying. You can see that he's trying, because now he realizes he's staying at Man United. Like, he's got to try. But I was pretty surprised that no one wanted him. Like, there was a lot of public rejection, which also can knock your confidence, man. Like, yes, he's a superstar and one of the best in the world, but when you feel like AC Milan don't want you, like, I think it was only like Sporting Lisbon, but they didn't have the money to get him. Like, there's a lot of rejection. Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, you know what I mean? Like, so much PSG, like, and I feel like his only option is to go MLS, really, and I think that's most probably where he'll end up next season. I think he'll go to Inter Miami and go and chill with his mate Beckham and get a big pay packet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, for now, we've got him over here in the Premier League. You know,
Yeah.
more players as well that are coming back to the Premier League. Well, back in the Premier League. Aubameyang now signed at Chelsea. Ashake, where are you? How are you feeling about that one? And Doug, what do you make of that signing?
Me? Mate, you know what? I've been getting banter like since I've woken up this morning and I've gone on the old WhatsApp. My mate's a guy, mad, I've got like a Premiership banter group, and everyone is going crazy. Like it really affects us. And I see like Twitter having a meltdown yesterday as well, like Arsenal Twitter. But you know what? It affects everyone. Like Aubameyang coming back, we saw how he left, didn't it? So, you know, for us, I don't know. Like everyone's saying that, it affects us. He wasn't scoring goals. He was, we watched All or Nothing. He had to go in it. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like if we still had him, we wouldn't have got Jesus. So I don't know. Like he's gonna come back, score goals for Chelsea. I see Didier Drogba come out talking about, we spoke about this ages ago. It was always destined to happen. I don't know, but like, so whether he turns up there or not, I don't know, but everyone getting onto Arsenal about it it directly affects us. It directly affects the whole league because now Chelsea have that guy that can score goals and put balls in the back of the net if he gets the service. So I don't think it comes back to haunt Arsenal. I think it comes back to haunt a lot of teams that are maybe feeling like Chelsea fell off. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Ashake saying it's good that we've signed Oba, but the big question is, will Oba be like Lukaku? He's also saying, and will Tuchel get the best out of him? Which is where I was going to touch on, because obviously, while Aubameyang was at Arsenal, from what we saw in the All or Nothing documentary, it was the relationship between Arteta and Aubameyang that sort of broke down as to why he perhaps weren't even performing properly on the pitch, as well as the style of play.
Mm-hmm.
So, it will be interesting. Obviously, he's worked with Tuchel previously at Borussia Dortmund, so it'd be interesting to see how their relationship kindles and what Tuchel can get out of Aubameyang, because we know he's a quality player. So it'd be good to see, if Tuchel can get that out of him.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think he will hit the road running. I think, like, even you mentioning that they were together at Borussia Dortmund, I think he understands the player. He knows what the player wants. He knows, and he's mostly gone there in the like being promised first team football. Like he's gonna play. Whereas Barcelona, they bring in Lewandowski. He wasn't gonna play, and obviously at Arsenal, so he's gonna. He's going to go to Chelsea knowing that he's going to play. They can now push Sterling out out wide, Uber up the middle, and Ziyech or whoever out wide on the right hand side, and it just it balances their team a lot better now. So yeah, it's a good move for him. I'm happy for him, especially after all the reports of him being robbed. Like at the end of the day, if had that move not gone through, he would have been stuck in Barcelona where he might not have felt safe. So.
Yeah, exactly. Which is something that we also have to take into consideration as well. I mean, if your home life isn't happy, how are you supposed to, perform at your best ability if you're sort of looking over your shoulder? So, our love and support goes out to Oba and his family, because that's just such an awful situation.
And I see I just saw that thing about Uber, will he celebrate or will the fans boo him? I think, what? I think the fans, we've got a lot of love for him, innit? And I think, I don't think we will boo. I know maybe some might not. I don't know. Some might take the fact that he didn't want to step up on the big wages as a disrespect. But I think the love has always been there. I think the fans really liked Uber and really supported him, even when he wasn't playing and even when things was going bad and we could see it. We knew he was in the wrong, but we still supported him. Do you know what I mean?
So, and at the same time, we can't forget, everything that he's done for us as well.
Yeah. What is it? 2 FA Cups? Or no, he won 1 FA Cup, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Charity Shield. Do you know what I mean? He achieved stuff with us and he, Golden Boot twice or top goal scorer. He just got he came in and did a thing and we're grateful for that.
100%. Big up to M. Barron as well, saying, big up, Charlene, you're a source of positive energy. Oh, thank you. Well, if I could spread this positive energy, then that's good. Everyone keep positive. But while we're sort of talking about Aubameyang and Chelsea, they've spent the most in this transfer window as well. You know, they've brought in Sterling, they've brought in Cucurella, they've brought in Fofana. What do you make of their business? And any Chelsea fans, Ashoke, we can see you. Any other Chelsea fans in the comments, let us know what you make of Chelsea's business also.
Yeah. Chelsea, I feel like they're just throwing money at everything. Like, I don't know if there's any strategy towards it. Like, you got to think, how does, you know, you can put good players on a team and just hope that the manager can get the best out of them. And I think that's what they've done. They've gone for like good players. I think a lot of the players they were going for were linked with Arsenal and other teams. Like, so they just thought they're going for them, we'll get them. It didn't look like there was any strategy. Like, you think, you know, that you didn't look at them and think, oh, they needed that player or they needed that player, and that, oh, they make sense them going and getting it. Sterling makes sense. Like, he's a proven goal scorer at Man City. And they needed a striker. They let Timo Werner and Lukaku go, but I felt like they took long in like moving to get a striker. So I think that there was no strategy in it. Like, you let Lukaku and Werner go, but there wasn't like an instant plan as to who the replacement was, and you could see them actively going for that replacement. It's like Uber came in on the last day, so it's like
literally last minute.
So you know that wasn't part of the strategy, like, even though they were interested for a while. So it's like, I don't know, like Fofana paid over 70-something million for him. Yeah, that makes sense. Koulibaly, they needed a defender.
Yeah.
So some of them generally do make sense. Cucurella, like, he was like blinding at Brighton last season, so, and City wanted him, so it makes a lot of sense. But they paid a lot of money for these players. That's the thing, innit? Like, they've you know, instead of like trying to bargain and get the price down, they've just chucked 70 million, 60 million, this, that at players, innit? So
yeah, whatever you want, you get.
Yeah, whatever you want, you get. What, you want 80 million for him? All right, go on.
Yeah, no problem. Make it rain, baby.
25 million enough, we'll have it. You know what I mean? They're just doing whatever. Like, they're doing whatever. But you know what? Like, fair play to them. They feel like they secured the players. It's taken a while to gel because they blow hot and cold. Like, that 1 minute they're doing all right. Like, we'll see on the weekend. I think who they got on the weekend. They got
Let me have a look for you. I'll be able to tell you.
They have West Ham. I think they got West Ham on the weekend.
Yep, they have. So they're at home to West Ham.
They're at home to West Ham, which that will be the telling point whether Uber plays. I think West Ham got a draw against Tottenham. Like, that's going to be an interesting game. Like, I know Chelsea are bang on favourites, but you never know. So this is the thing with a lot of these teams. They're blowing hot and cold at the minute, and you know, everyone's just waiting for Arsenal to slip up. Man City looks strong. You know, just Chelsea, I don't know, man. What do you think about the whole Chelsea situation?
Do you know what? As you named that front three, so Sterling, Oba, and then Ziyech, it kind of got me thinking, that's actually a decent front three.
It is.
Like, what? Like, if we was playing against that, how would you feel? Would you be nervous?
You know what? It's yeah. When every time the ball comes up the pitch, you're going to be a little bit weary because you know that there's quality up there. I think now with our back four, how we are with Saliba, Gabriel, and you know, I'm a bit more confident defending, so I feel like they would defend a lot better against a front three like that. But they are dangerous because they all can. They, you know, like, you know, Sterling always nicks that back stick and always gets like them tap-ins, and Uber can make a chance out of nothing. Like, really and truly, I think that's the one thing that's dangerous about Aubameyang, is that he might not bring a lot to the game. Like, I know a lot of people was even saying that, like, this morning I see something about, I was like, I'd rather, had we not got rid of Uber, we wouldn't have got Jesus. And then but then one of my friends put a stat in the group about Jesus never scoring double figures in the league. But I was going to get into it, but obviously I had to get ready to sort that for us to do the show, so I couldn't really get into it. But my thing was that it's like what Jesus brings to the game is a lot more than what Uber did, in terms of Uber played out wide. Unless the ball really came to him and he was brought into play, he never really brought nothing to the build-up of the football, other than just goals. So it's like with Jesus, he's involved in everything. He's bringing it down, holding it up. He's turning plays. He's beating 2 or 3 men. Like, so
he's strong as well. He's strength, boy.
Right, you know what? Even at the Villa game, yeah, every time, even against Mings, any defender he's up against, the way that he pins them, yeah,
yes,
able to like pin them, get the ball under control, and then turn, and then his first thought is to attack. I love it. Like, you know, the thing with what we used to say about Lacazette was that he would want to back into players and he want to hold it up, but then he gets caught up in this whole fight of the hold up, like
yes,
wrestling man and all of this, and not thinking about actually let's play football. Whereas Jesus, he bodies them, pins them, and then he's gone. Like,
he's solid with it. I actually get excited watching him. I'm just like, whoa, like. I'm literally screaming out like, "Whoa, this guy's quality!"
Madness. He's a
player.
He's a wicked player, and I think at the same time we can be disappointed about Uber going to wherever or feel some type of way about it, which I see a lot of fans are. We have to always remind ourselves like the age of him and what we've accomplished having him gone. I think like we you know, I know a lot of fans are upset about the window not getting any reinforcements in before the window shut, but in terms of what we have brought in, I don't think if Uber was still on the wage books, we wouldn't have been able to bring those players in.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I did actually think, oh, are we going to get some more signings? I thought we'd at least get another 1 or 2. But I guess when you do look at the signings that we have made, we are actually okay.
Yeah, we are.
I know a lot of fans are concerned the fact that El Neni and Partey are both injured. But, you know, we got Sambi Lokonga, and I think he done really well in that Aston Villa game.
Lokonga played sick. And I think it would have been easy for Arteta to put Xhaka in there and then put another player, say like Vieira, in the other role that Xhaka plays. But just for him to have the trust in Lokonga, bring him in and play him in that role, he did fantastic against Villa.
Exactly. Just going back, sorry, to the conversation about Chelsea, I guess as well, you know, when Oba does come to play against us, it'd be interesting to see. He's going to want to turn up.
Yeah.
There's always that love and respect for you, Oba.
Yeah.
He's going to want to turn up and show Mikel Arteta something.
Yeah, and I think that will be something personal to Arteta, and it's a shame that we haven't already played Chelsea because
I know, exactly. Get that one out the way.
You know what I mean? But he's definitely going to score. He's definitely, whether he celebrates or not, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I think that will be determined by how the fans treat him. I think if the fans cheer for him, show him a bit of love, you know, he'll have a little bit of compassion. But then I think if they boo him and feel some type of way towards him, then he's going to celebrate, innit? So
exactly. And I guess, you know, what fans need to remember as well is football. You know, players come, players go. So for me personally, I mean, there's no remorse against Aubameyang. Going back to what you said when you do the comparison between Jesus and Aubameyang, like look at what Jesus is bringing to the club and everything, and what Arteta can get out of him. So you know, I feel like it was actually a right move, you know, for both parties.
Yeah, no, 100%, and yeah, we just like hope that he don't hit the ground running, innit?
Because we want to win the league.
Win it, mate. We want to win it all. But this is the thing, like we say that, and I say it lightly because obviously at the end of the day, you know, like there's Liverpool, Man City. But as they're all stuttering, we have to take advantage of the lead that we have and the gap that we've pulled. Because when you actually check it and you look at the league, us on 15 points, I think Man City's just behind us, but the rest are a few games off. So you could say we could afford to drop a few points, but really we can't. We just got to keep on winning the games, really.
Exactly, each and every one.
Yeah, keep getting the results and give ourselves the best start we can get. Do you know what I mean? Because then we played after Everton and then Liverpool. What was it? And then Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Big up to King's Football Show as well, saying big up Charlene. I am really looking forward to the United game, which we all are as well. Big game on Sunday. Ashoke is saying Ziyech was supposed to go back to Ajax this summer, so I doubt if he'll continue to play for Chelsea.
So if Ziyech don't, yeah, because I did see they were trying to get rid of Ziyech. I see even Tottenham tried to get him on loan on the last day. So who, if they don't play Ziyech, who do they play? Well, they got Mason Mount. Mason Mount don't play wide; they play central, innit?
Yeah. What's your options? Let us know, Ashake.
Like I said before, this is the way, the truth, and the life, and he looks like one of the best summer signings so far. Yeah, definitely. Nah, Jesus, when you talk about signings, I think a player that can change the club, I think Jesus has been that guy. I think, he's coming. I think, look at if we'd got Schumacher, how, it would have been a different story, you know what I mean? Or some of these other players, the only other striker that I could see coming into Arsenal and changing it like Jesus done is Haaland. Do you get what I mean?
That's the same as me, Doug. That's who I had my heart on initially.
Yeah.
I was convinced Haaland was coming.
Don't. This is when people say, Arsenal fans are deluded when we have these thoughts.
I'm deluded, darling.
We hope that I saw him with an Arsenal shirt when he was a kid. I said he's got Odegaard. He's but when you hear that his dad played for Man City and all of that and whatnot, it makes sense why he's gone there.
Right. That's the reason he didn't come to Arsenal.
Yeah. I just hope when he plays us, he has a day that day.
Oh mate, yeah, right. He's gonna turn up.
That's gonna be a big test for Saliba and Gabriel at the back four in that defense, man.
Exactly. Listen, I'll be real, yeah. Obviously, I had my heart set on Haaland coming. I was trying to speak that into existence.
Oh, mate.
But I'm happy with Jesus. I am actually happy. Like, he's come and he's just got off to such a bright spark.
Yeah.
Like I said, he excites me. So I'm super happy with that signing.
Definitely. And Martinelli's playing. He's playing
amazing.
So. Yeah, he's playing amazing. I think, the way that the team has stepped up, even all the Gabbies, all the guard, everyone's doing their thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. So we just got to keep it up.
As well, when when you bring someone who just brings that energy, that good vibes, it impacts the team.
That winning mentality. Do you know? They want to win. They want to score. They want to do it all. They celebrate. They get involved.
Fight.
Yeah, I love it, man. I think we went through a period of time where, even when we score a goal, everyone will turn around and high five each other and walk back to the halfway line. I want to see our players run into the corners, celebrate with the fans, slide, show that it means something. See that it does to this team of players. So I'm excited. I just love watching them each week. You know what I mean? And just you get nervous same way, even though they're winning games. And a lot of people's oh, it's only 5. I remember it was 3 games in. They've only won 2. Then we went in the field. Oh, they've only won 3 games. Won a 4th one. Oh, still early doors. They've only won 3 games. How many more games do you want us to win for you to take the team serious? Do you know what I mean?
38.
Yeah, you want us to go invincible again?
Exactly, literally. Even Aaron Ramsdale, even him celebrating, way back as well. It's just such a lovely team spirit.
Yeah.
But I do feel like Jesus brings that good energy, and it just brings out the brightness in everyone. Do you know what I mean? And it makes everyone want to up their levels.
Yeah, that's it, man. Making all of them step up. You know what I'm saying?
Take it up a notch. Ashake saying Arsenal didn't sign another midfielder yet, which I know a lot of fans were looking out for. We haven't yet seen Vieira. Are you excited to see what Vieira's going to bring?
Yeah, and I feel like Arteta's, he knows when to integrate players. We have to trust him now. I think, we all sit here and talk like we know what we we know what's best in it. Everyone.
Player management.
Hey, Vieira, I'll put him here and drop my man out here and do all of this. This is why none of us are managers in it, and none of us are getting paid because it's just opinions in it, and you got to trust the man. He's shown with Saliba when we was all going crazy, play Saliba, bring him back, Marseille gonna sell him, this, that, Arteta don't know what he's doing. Now we sing Saliba's song throughout the whole game. So it's and that's Arteta's doing that. No one can't take credit for that but Arteta. He saw that he needed to go out on loan, gave him 2 loan spells or 3 loan spells, brought the man back, and he came back a French international. I think with Vieira, he's most probably looked at it. It's a long season, Europa. cups, FA Cup. He's not really thinking, let him chill, let him see what it's all about, integrating him, let him sit on the bench, taking the atmosphere, taking the players, taking the fans. And then when the time's right, same with Martinelli, he did it a couple seasons ago where everyone was crying out, Aubameyang weren't scoring, everyone was talking about play Martinelli, play Martinelli, play Martinelli. And he came out in the interview and he said Martinelli will have his moment. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And look now, Aubameyang's gone, Martinelli's now cemented himself in that left forward position, and like the timing of it was so right. Do you get what I mean? So I think we just have to trust. Obviously, he did come out and say that he wanted more midfielders or he wanted more additions. He said it a few needed more additions. So maybe this is on Edu and the board for not executing it or getting it done and leaving us light, because I feel had they really, it was clear to see that they only had 25 million left that they wanted to spend in the budget.
Yeah, on Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, which was inevitable. That was the same price they were trying to get Tielemans for, or they were trying to get Tielemans for cheaper or whatever. And like in the long run, ended up not getting anything. So I think that's Edu's, still inexperienced. He's still learning. Do you know what I mean? And, hopefully if we're in a good place and by January, they will sign it someone.
Exactly. And I guess it gives us a bit of time as well to sort of see how we cope with the squad that we have got. Then at least in January, if we need to add, then we've still got that option to do so.
Yeah. And everyone just needs to stop panicking. Like, I think Arsenal fans were so reactive. Like, we're so especially Arsenal Twitter, because after these Arsenal Twitter people, I wonder how many of them actually go to games, how many of them are really involved like that, because they just go mad. Like, they just, like, even when I saw last season, even though, like, when the team was, like gelling and everyone was getting behind the team, you still had people on Twitter talking like there was, like, a disconnect and Arteta out and all of this stuff. And really, when you went to the games and you heard everyone singing, you could tell, like, right, everyone's actually behind the team and behind. Yeah. So I feel everyone needs to calm down, because you've got to think Reece Nelson will be back soon, and he was playing in pre-season and looked good. Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. And don't forget as well, we've got players that are versatile as well. So, Zinchenko can drop into midfield as well. Like, so people do need to calm down.
Yeah, relax. Got Zinchenko, come back. Tomiyasu, you can see that they're bringing him in slowly. The only thing I would say is that it would have been nice to have a little bit of cover, but then you think obviously I think with Europa is what he will use, especially because we've got a good Europa group to test them out, especially with the cup as well. We've got the cup coming up as well. He might start using some of the players. You never know. Some of these players might surprise us as to how good they really are. So there might be reasons why they're kind of saving them players and getting them ready to embed them later on in the season, and not really break up the flow of the team now by, like, saying rest in Saka and bring, because you got to think we've got Marquinhos as well, like Marquinhos.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
can't forget about him.
Yeah, can't forget about him, and there's a lot of players, like, Eddie Nketiah came on against Villa and was outstanding, deserved the goal at the end where he hit it over the crossbar, but just to see him, like, bringing the ball down, relieving the team and helping the team get the ball, like, the game over the line was beautiful. Now, I still feel we have a strong squad. I just think that, yes, you see other teams like United buying Anthony, buying what was it? Who they get in the midfield? What's his name again? Yeah, them getting
Casemiro, yeah.
And all of that. And I think, there can be, like, slight panic as, these lot are, but it's only because they're doing their business late. They had no strategy. You got to think Arsenal did their business early. The players were able to bed in, have a pre-season, and we kicked on. So I feel like, there was nothing to sing and dance about at the end of the transfer window, but we had a dope start. We got all the players that we wanted in early.
Yeah, 5 games unbeaten. Let's not sleep on that.
5 games. Because they all gelled, they got to play pre-season, they travelled. Like, I don't know, like, I think everyone just needs to calm down a bit, man.
Exactly. Big up to Reese Harvey as well, saying, "Hey, Charlene, big up to you."
Yeah.
And he's also saying Marquinhos could be the next Martinelli.
This is what I'm saying, man.
He looks like he's a versatile player. He can play like on the left and the right hand side as well.
Listen, the season's long. Yeah, we've got a World Cup coming up. I can understand why Arteta is taking his time into bringing these players in. Like, you know what I mean? They all become a time. Like Saka looked a bit tired. I feel Saka's a bit burnt out. But now Smith Rowe is ready to come on. You get me?
Exactly.
Yo, Gareth, what are you saying
Big
to
up
me?
to Gareth, showing love.
Yeah, man. So I feel like, you know, the season's long. I think we have got, to be honest, I think we've got one of the best benches. Like when you look at some of the other teams, apart from their first starting lineup, their bench is a bit light. I suppose Chelsea now have got a good bench because their team's just full of stars. But you look at United, if they played it, like this is the thing about United, they can afford to bench Ronaldo at the minute, but then, you know, let's say Ronaldo gets injured or that, who have they got coming off the bench? Like, let's say Casemiro starts, then you've got McTominay on the bench and Fred. They're not really game-changing players, isn't it? So
yeah, Van der Beek.
Even Liverpool are a bit light on the bench. Like when you think of, it's crazy to say it. Like when you look at it, once that the players that come back and some of these other players sit down, they're not the players that come in. Yeah, they're good squad players, but they're not game-changing players, innit? You know.
Exactly. This is why they say timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
Our time to shine.
This is it. I might be sounding a little bit biased, and people might be thinking, "What the hell is Doug talking about?" But I think in terms of like young, like exciting young players, I think we kind of have that sitting on the bench. I remember there was a time before you used to look at the bench, like even last season, like
who we bringing on?
Yeah, who we bringing on? Like,
we need a goal. Who we bringing on?
Yeah. Got like Lacazette there warming up, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, nah, this ain't doing it. So to have the options that we do have with a lot of players due to come back, hopefully within the next few weeks, should be good, man.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely looking super, super exciting. Tyrone saying we're gonna win on Sunday.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I hope we get the result. I think that would be a very good statement to the league if we go to United at Old Trafford in their backyard and do them over.
Exactly. I want to see a good, solid performance till that final whistle as well.
Yeah, come on.
3 points straight.
3 points straight on it, mate.
Exactly. But when we look at the other clubs in the Premier League as well, what did you sort of make of their signings? Like, you know, Neil Maupay as well going to Everton. What did you make of that?
Yeah, Everton, I felt like needed to do more. Like they're doing all right. I think they got a little stability now. They got Connor Cody, they got Tarkowski, and now they got Maupay in. They were able to hold on to, is it Aaron Gordon?
Gordon, yeah.
Yeah, they was able to hold on to Gordon. So like, hopefully Lampard can turn the corner with them because they've been shockingly bad. But yeah, like a few of these teams, they like, you know, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest. They actually look decent against Tottenham, but you could tell they were crying out for a striker because they were playing Gibson White and the other winger, I can't remember his name, and Jesse Lingard, but none of them out and out goal like strikers. So whenever the ball was in the final third, there was no one in the box, and they had a load. They had loads of chances to score goals. And you think if you had like a real goal poacher in there, they would have scored. So like they're another one to watch. Fulham look decent. There's a few teams that have been making some good signings. Even look at West Ham. They got Palketta. I'm upset about that. I'm upset. I just feel like there must have been a reason that he went to West Ham. Because, you know, like obviously Arsenal couldn't afford him by the looks of things, that we didn't want to spend the money. So they're going to be dangerous. I feel like they're going to be ones to watch. Chelsea might think they're going to have a little bit of a steamroll over West Ham, but they might get shocked, mate.
Yeah, just going back to Nottingham Forest as well. I mean, they made what, 20, 21 new signings? I mean, that is a lot of players. Yeah, exactly. But do you think that was a bit pointless? Do you think they should have perhaps spent a bit more strategically and perhaps spent a bit more on a better quality player or better quality of players as opposed to just buying so many. What's your take? And is there any Nottingham Forest fans in the chat?
Yeah, I think for them, you know, it's a bit of both. Like, I think for them, like, I get it. They looked at the squad that they had before that came up from the championship, and maybe they wasn't expecting to get promoted. I don't know, because they mostly looked at that bunch of players, and it's a shame that those players never got the opportunity to play, or that some of them may. I don't know who from the original squad is actually still in the squad, but it's like I get why they've done that. You think the Premier League, especially if you want to stay there, a team like Nottingham Forest that religiously was in the Premier League. I remember when I was growing up, Nottingham Forest was in the Premier League like religiously. Did you get what? They were always in the league. So that to then get relegated and then be out of the Premier League for so long, I think it was like I think it's nearly on 20 years. I think they've been out of the league or whatever it is.
Been some time.
Been some time to hit that showing my age as well, isn't it? But yeah,
I can't relate, Doug. I'm sorry, darling.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm aging all right, but yeah, they've been out of the league for so long, so I get it. I feel like they bought well. Like, I think that everyone was all like, "Oh, Jesse Lingard on this amount of money doing whatever." I think it's only a year contract or whatever it is, anyway. So they can roll the dice and take that risk, and hopefully they can gel and it can help them stay up. Because to spend all that money, get all them players. You think you've also got to get rid of the players you did have. When you go down, a lot of these players gonna stay or they're gonna go. You know what I mean? So it's a very good gamble or very risky gamble for Nottingham Forest.
Exactly. We've got Allo95 Full saying Moyes is going to get Tuchel sacked. Mark my word. It's exciting for the competition in the Premier League.
All right, listen. The Prem's mad right now.
Yes.
That. It's crazy what I've seen happen. The players, the signings, the movement. It's never been like this in a long time. Like, it got kind of stale for a bit. No one weren't buying it. Remember, like, at one point at Arsenal, we was like celebrating one marquee signing. Like, we would have got his one window and have been like, yeah, like 2 weeks or a week before the end of the transfer window, and that'd be us celebrating. But the fact that we got 5 or 6 players in, I think we should be a little bit grateful for that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, as we're talking about that as well, when we look at the price tags of these players, I mean, what do you take on that? I mean, for Fofana, what, 75 mil? You know, a lot of these players like are going for big, hefty prices.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a bit extortionate, or is it just the times that we're living now?
It's mad extortionate, but I think the reason why it's happening is because there's teams, like you say, like Chelsea, willing to pay that money. So it's like, it is crazy, because you think, like, you look at Chelsea, what Chelsea have done, they never allowed the market to be steady. Even looking at Man United, like, Man United for Anthony Casemiro, like, they overpaid, but they were willing to do so. And it was like, you could tell from their first starting bid, whatever with some of these teams, I think them bidding high was just the fact that they wanted to secure the player.
Yeah.
Do you know? Look at us and Ajax when we was negotiating for Martinez. We was keeping it very low and respectable within our budgets. United just was like, 52 million or whatever they paid, and that was it. Ajax was like, okay, yeah, have it. Like, do you get what I mean? So I think it's been a bit extortionate. I don't feel like the player market, especially in the crisis that we're in around the world, can still be that high. I think at some point there needs to be some realism to the prices. So yeah, it's still a bit crazy.
Mental. Big up Cabzino saying everyone subscribe. That's right. Everyone who's in here, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Video. And thank you so much for showing love and support. Obviously, we really appreciate it. Another player that's come to the Premier League as well is Willian. He's signed at Fulham. I think it's a year-long deal. What do you make of that? Obviously, it didn't quite pan out, you know, in the way that he wanted it to when we had him over at Arsenal.
Yeah.
He went over to the States or Canada, I believe. Can't remember.
No, he went Brazil.
I was in Brazil, sorry, excuse me. Now he's back in Prem.
Yeah, he went Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, that's it. Excuse me, apologies.
And that was meant to be his homecoming, and he got his contract terminated. So that just shows you what is going on with him and what the player Fulham are going to get, you just hope that it don't mess up their balance trying to fit him in and hoping that he becomes good. Do you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he comes back to play and prove a point, or if it's just the case he's just picking up another salary, then they're gonna get Arsenal Willian, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a mad one, man. That's crazy. I don't even understand that signing really, and I don't feel like Fulham need him, to be honest. But here we go.
Exactly. I mean, even when I heard it, I was surprised. But yeah, well, welcome back to the Premier League.
Yeah, because you know what? Like, why was no one else in for him?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a weird one. Like, no one else was really like pushing for him. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a weird one. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully he comes good. I don't really care about Fulham, to be honest with you. Like,
just care about Arsenal.
yeah, I don't care about his Arsenal. So I don't want to hope for anything. Let's just hope that they all these signings don't really do well. Like, and only our signings elevate.
Well, while we're on that note,
yeah,
who would you say had the best transfer window this window? And if you sort of look at it from a non-biased perspective and just take into consideration all the signings and the transfers that went through, who would you say has had the best window?
I'd say Man City.
Yeah. Is that because of Haaland?
Haaland and Alvarez. Did you see him last night? Or
I know.
I not that just that. I think Arsenal. I'm not saying we've had the best transfer window, but I'd like to think that our team has improved dramatically. Like, especially with Zinchenko and Jesus being first team players now coming in. They're like first team additions. Do you get what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You got no choice but to start them kind of players. So I think we've had a good window. I'd say Man City definitely had a good window. I think even Liverpool, like Darwin Núñez, everyone's cussing him off. Yes, he got suspended, but that guy's going to score goals. Don't get it twisted. Like, the amount of chances he gets, maybe even him sitting down on the bench or sitting down and having to watch the team play for 3 games is maybe just the settling he needed to come back and be on smoke. And it's not like he's not been training; he's just not been playing. So that's another, I think. And they got Carvalho from Fulham, big boy player. I've always rated him. I rated him last season at Fulham. So they've done all right. I think they needed to bring in a midfielder, which they've done. They got Arthur Melo from Juventus. But I think that one was clear to see that they needed a midfield while all their team is out. So, yeah, that was a good signing. I don't think it was what they wanted. It weren't part of the strategy, but they had to do something in it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get you.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I think Tottenham, I can't really say this. Like, it's mad. I watched the game the other day, and I think it was the West Ham game, and I looked at the lineup, and I was like, actually, none of Tottenham's signings apart from Perisic actually start. So it's like,
oh really? I didn't even actually see that game.
Basuma don't start. They start Bentancur, Holberg, and I can't think of the other person in their midfield. But yeah, he don't start. It makes you wonder, like, so, Richarlison's on the bench because they play Song. Yeah, like, so it just like, so yeah, they added a lot of players to their team, but none of them are actually real starters. So it's a weird one, but they have the depth now, I suppose, as well. So they most likely will look at their window and think that they had a good window. What do you think?
Do you know what? I don't want to be biased. Let me just start with that. So I'm going to be biased.
Of course, yeah, go on.
No, do you know what? Obviously, Man City, you got to give them credit for getting Haaland.
Yeah.
Like, bring him into the Premier League. Like, that's just quality. Like, that one just...
And they held on to Bernardo Silva.
Exactly. Big. Exactly. And we know what Man City's about as it is. Mm-hmm. So I think they had a good transfer window. But I think we've done really well as well. Even our timing of bringing in our signings, like we discussed earlier, our new signings were able to have a pre-season with us. Yeah. And I think we've really strengthened our squad because, like we were saying, last season, we didn't have that depth in the squad, whereas we have now got it. So I'll say we've had a very successful transfer window this season. So yeah, those would be like my top 2.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, straight up. So you're rating Chelsea's window?
Oh yeah, Chelsea as well. Yeah, Chelsea are looking dangerous.
forgot about Chelsea as well. To be fair, they've had a good window. I forgot about them.
Exactly. Sterling. You know? Wait, actually, Chelsea, you do have to give them credit. If you think about it, Chelsea, I mean, Aubameyang, Sterling, Fofana, Cucurella. I mean, they have spent a lot of money, but they have got good quality players.
Yeah, they have, man. They're going to be dangerous, man. I think everyone was laughing at them and saying they were the ones to drop out the top 4, but they've actually spent well, because I think they also Champions League as well, you know. So they've had to go big and get big players for the team. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but do you think it's a lot of talent in one squad? I mean, I think I had this conversation last season with someone as well about having too much talent in one squad. What do you sort of make of that?
No, I think you want that. Like, you look at Leicester, like you look at Brendan Rodgers' interview yesterday talking about bringing in new faces and them not being able to get any signings in, and the fact that, you know, it adds competition to the players that you already have, the old faces, the new faces coming in. It's a breath of fresh air for the players, having new people in the changing room and new things like that. So you think Chelsea, it's one of them ones, I think when you've got too much talent, it's either a gift and a curse. Like, you know, you can see at Man City where it's been a gift, where, you know, Man City's got 2 starting 11s that could easily play in the Prem week in, week out at one point. They had, you know what I mean? And that maybe now it's a bit more respectable with that some of the players leaving and whatever, but they still got great players. They brought in a Kanji as well from Dortmund, you know, like, so like it's still got a good squad. I think Chelsea having all that talent, like for them, it's going to be a benefit. Like, you think they got Chilwell still, they got now Cucurella, they got Dan James, they got Chabala, they got, you know, Koulibaly, Fofana, that whole, like, I think the early place, probably the competition is not high as in midfield, but then you still think they've still got Mason Mount, Kante, like, who else they got in there? They got Kovacic, they got
quality, mate.
Like, they got their midfield is weighty, like, so. Nah, I think it will do them good. It just allows them to rotate the squad, bring players they're injured, have good players to come in. And that's why I think with Arsenal, that's what we needed. I think a lot of fans at one point kept on getting stuck on the fact of, it's going to affect Smith Rowe's development. It's going to affect such and such Saka's development. But look at Saka now. I feel like us letting go of Pepe without actually replacing him was weird. Do you get what I mean? That and replace him, but not to bring anybody in and get rid of Pepe when, like, right now, if Saka gets injured, we have no direct replacement in there. So you never know. You could have kept Pepe. The fans was loving him. He looked like he wanted to kind of do something for the team this season, and now he's gone to Nice without any real replacement. You know, it's just clear. Obviously, we've got Marquinhos, but I think it's going to force Arteta to play Marquinhos if something does happen to Saka.
Yeah, and that perhaps shows that maybe Marquinhos is ready. Almost ready. So the fact that we didn't bring anyone else in, like you mentioned, Reece Nelson as well, another option.
Yeah, maybe so. He is. He most probably is, and Reece comes back. I think they most probably like how Reece started the preseason, because he scored a couple goals. He looked decent preseason.
Yeah.
You know, we know that he has got the talent. We've seen it at under 21s, under 23s. We know he can play, you know, so I think it's maybe his time to step up once he's back. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, I'm not concerned at all. We've got Allo95 Full saying, can't lie, United had the best window, even though they got finessed on prices. Little typo there.
Hey, like, they brought in Eriksen, Casemiro in the middle. Yeah,
it's a madness,
is mad. And then they brought in Anthony, Martinez and Maceda at the back. Yeah, you know what? They actually have had a good window, Man United. I think what it is I think the reason why you don't really like put Man United in the picture is because of how bad, with all the signings, how bad they actually are playing. Like, they don't actually look good on the pitch. And I think there has been a few moments where even in the Leicester game, they were bopping it about. But that's like 1 minute of a 90-minute game or 2 minutes of a game where they actually look like a proper team. You know, they got to get that going for like a majority of the game. I know it's hard to keep it consistent for 90 minutes. We see that with the Villa game. We kind of let them back game, but I don't see United controlling the game for all these good players that they've got on that team. You look at that team on paper, United should more or less be like title contenders.
Yeah, turning over teams.
And you know what? I get the energy from the fans that they feel that as well. Like they're very like they're winning games. They're feeling a bit arrogant with it. They're feeling themselves a bit. You know what I mean? But it's like, but when you actually watch them play, they're actually crap. So it's like, I don't know, man. But they have had a.
And it's all good and well bringing in these big name players, but can you get the best out of the players? So when you look at a team like Man City that have a good first and second team, them players are humble. Like the manager's got them under control. When you look at other teams that's got all these big names and everything, can the manager actually handle those egos, those personalities? So yeah, bring in the players, but make sure you can handle what you're bringing in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think that's the key thing.
Yeah, and you know what? I think even with Anthony, we know what he's done in Ajax, but he's even a risk because he could either be like a Pepe or he could hit the ground running and be a Hazard, isn't it? Like, who knows? That it's a strange one because they've really got him doing tricks, and I think like the thing with players like that, if they come into a team thinking that they're there to entertain, because you know what the Glazers, if like all of that Glazer out stuff's gone a bit quiet because they've spent the money, but smoke screen in it is to cover the cracks, and like really deep down there is still a lot of issues going on at that team, innit? So yeah, they're covering the cracks with all these signings, throwing 60 something million at Casemiro, 100 something million at Anthony, and showing that we're willing to spend the money, but this is what United have always done. Do you get what I mean? And then they throw the blame on the manager afterwards, which you can't say they're not spending the money. Say maybe it does come down to the manager.
Exactly. So if you're spending the money, just make sure you know what you're spending it on, and you can handle that.
And I think for money wise, like you said, like Arsenal, for the money that we spent, the players that we got in, I think we were the most like maybe frugal, is that the word, or intelligent with how we spent.
Like sensible, like good spending, economized well.
Lived like we spent like it was a real cost of living crisis in the transfer.
Yes. We'll get quality, but we're going to be mindful of how much we're spending.
Yeah, gotta be. But it would have been nice to get Tielemans in. I think he was a player that really wanted to come, and I think Arsenal just like, if you had the 25 million to pay for Douglas Luiz, why don't you just pay it for Tielemans? I don't get that, but they must know what they're doing. There must be a plan there, so you leave them to it, innit?
Exactly. Ashake saying, I was shocked that Charlene didn't mention Chelsea, but it's all good now. Listen, Ashake, I just completely forgot. That's what it is. So yeah, you've got to put Chelsea up there. So I'm going to have a top three of Arsenal, Man City, and Chelsea as doing really good business in this window. What else is Ashaka saying? But do you still think that Chelsea will finish in the top four? Because I don't. Well, why is it that you're not feeling confident? I reckon they will.
Yeah. You know what? Top four is a hard one this season because no one really jumped out the bag apart from Arsenal and Man City really like getting some points on the board early on. So I think it's still open. I think, a lot of teams are still yet to find form, and a lot of teams are still yet to go through blips. Like in a season, we would love to think Arsenal could go the whole season not dropping any points, but there will be a point in time when we lose a game. Hopefully not, but there will be that point in it. So there will be points dropped at some point. So it's hard to really pick a top four right now. I would say Arsenal are strong, but favourites for it. But at the start of the season, I would have said Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham. That was your time in that order. Now, Tottenham are kind of not looking that great. They're a bit stuttery, but they're getting the points. Man United look like they could turn a corner, but don't look that great. Chelsea now look like they've made a few additions where Chelsea was the sure favourite to drop out. You're not sure now. They got Uber. They got Sterling.
You've been saying Uber the whole stream.
Yeah, Uber. My guy. Uber. Aubameyang, we
love your remixes, Doug. We absolutely love them.
So this is the thing, that it's a hard one to pick top four. It's hard. Newcastle ain't dead. Brighton are third.
Sleep on Newcastle, mate.
Can't sleep on Newcastle. Can't sleep on Brighton. They're third in the league right now.
Isn't it? It's mad. It's just hard to even make an assumption now.
Yeah, it is. It is very hard. I think let's get to like 9 games in, 10 games in, and then when it kind of levels out now, because we're at a stage where 3 points could jump you 5 places. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So once you get a few games in and it kind of spreads out a little bit, you can kind of see, okay, who's in that top 6 section, who's in that 12th place to 6th place section, and who's in the bottom half. Do you know what I mean? It can kind of gauge it a lot better.
Exactly. We got Liverpool Anfield legendary saying Chelsea bought quantity but quality. Hell nah. Washed up dry lemons bought.
Ooh,
that's a bold statement there. Oh, it was so bold. We've even lost Doug. You've blown Doug away, literally.
Am I back?
You're now back, Doug.
Yeah, Pound's trying to ring me.
Oh, yeah, did he hear Liverpool?
Yeah, he heard Liverpool and was like, wait, what's going on here?
Yep. Doug.
Yeah.
Pounds.
No, you know what? Listen, I get it. Like, certain man could have barley, he's saying washed up and dry. It could go either way. It could backfire. Like, you think they could get players that go Chelsea and put their feet up and take their money. You think, like, Sterling looks rejuvenated. I think he wasn't loved at Man City. So, well, he may have felt like he wasn't loved at Man City, and now he says he's playing with a smile on his face. Same like Jesus come to Arsenal, wasn't loved at Man City, like playing with a smile on his face. Aubameyang, I think he'll be relieved out of this situation. Like, you got to think he was on crazy money at Arsenal. That all fell apart. He went Barca, that fell apart, and now he got a lifeline from Chelsea with a 2-year contract. So, that might spark him into life. You can't really. It's hard. They got Fofana, bad boy defender. Cucurella.
Yeah, so, he's quality, mate. Yeah. I like Cucurella. I would have taken him at Arsenal even. I really like him.
Trust me, though. Like, they are, it's a weird one, like, for them. Like, it's hard to kind of gauge that one. But, yeah, man, top 4, top 6 is going to be tight. Like, they might have to start letting 6 teams into the Champions League from
It's going to be a mad fight.
Yeah, because someone big's going to drop out. Like, you think if Liverpool struggle, like, and Chelsea get good, and like, there's so many different scenarios at the moment because no one is flat out, apart from Arsenal and Man City, playing very well. Like, Man City, they're dangerous. Like, they Haaland 2 back-to-back hat tricks. Arsenal unbeaten. People will say they've already played mid-table teams, whatever, innit? But it's the way that they've dispatched those teams, innit?
Exactly.
You look at Liverpool. I mean, Man United, they played Leicester, just about scraped that. Yes, Leicester kind of got back in the game, but each time they did, it was dominant. Like, it was dominant. So, it's a different style of football and a different way of playing. So, I don't know. It's hard, man.
It sure is. Sajeev James is saying, wait till World Cup. After World Cup, we can't say what will happen to any team, which is true. We also got to take that into consideration as well. And it'd be interesting to see where everybody is at after the World Cup.
Yeah, because you know what? Yeah, like the World Cup. That's why I was even saying, I think I said it to you at the Villa game. Like, if we can stay up thereabouts in the top 3, like, to the World Cup, and the players go, and hopefully they don't get far in the competition and they don't get injured, or I wish them well. I think that, obviously you want them to have a dope World Cup, but we want them to come back safe and sound. And we're in a good position. I think that'll be the push that we need to push on for the rest of the season. So, yeah, it's true. Like, until a lot of these teams go World Cup, come back, injuries, who comes back injured, who makes it further in the competition, it'll be hard to gauge it, especially with the England players. You think some clubs have a lot of English players, so they'll come back, and I think some players that won't even leave. I don't think Norway made it to the World Cup, did they? So I don't think Odegaard or Haaland will be going anywhere, which is good for us.
Because we got a few players in the England squad. Well, we've got a few internationals when we think about it. We've obviously got Ramsdale, Saka,
Xhaka.
Yeah, Xhaka. Saliba,
Jesus. Saliba.
What about Gabriel Martinelli? Did he?
Martinelli's part,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hayes.
Who? Sorry.
Hayes. Gabriel Hayes. He'd be playing for Brazil.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey.
Yeah. We got
like a lot of players.
Hey, listen, if all them man go out there and have a madness and get injured, bro, listen, our team is folded.
Isn't it? We have no players.
Yeah, we've got a lot of players. We've got a lot of internationals, and you actually, you know what I mean? I think the only one, I don't think Smith Rowe will go. I don't think he'll get picked. I don't know, unless he comes and plays well when coming off the bench or fights for a first team spot. I think he'll be staying at home. But apart from that, pretty much everyone else is gone.
Yeah, a lot of players there.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. The whole. I think Tommy Asu goes. I think but he's off. Like the whole team's gone.
Yeah. Big up to James Patterson as well, saying we are going to win on Sunday. He's also saying we are going to get top 4. He's also saying that we are going to win the league. Arsenal. We love this energy, James.
Yeah, energy, bro.
Isn't it? We love that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight one. Listen, you know what? You can't. The way Arsenal started the season and the way that they're playing, the energy, the buzz is. Yes, back in the day, you would think Arsenal starting the season under Wenger when he had Henry and all the boys. This is a title winning season. But because we've not had that since for God knows how long, now you're like, that at some point these are going to fall off. But if you now put us in that bracket of like how Leicester won it, where the fans were behind the team, they were getting these games. Remember, like, even when Leicester won it, they had new challenges within the season that pushed them on, like Vardy getting the goal record and all of this other stuff that kind of helped them push on to win.
Another call, Doug's got
back again saying my manager's trying to ring me as well. Like, all going off.
Everyone wants Doug today.
Everyone wants Doug today. So it's like all of these things, if we can, it's like, have you noticed, like each game, we take each game by game, and it's like we're celebrating each win, each victory as we go along. And I feel it's kind of similar to how Leicester was. Leicester was like, oh my God, we won again. Oh, like celebrating. There was like so much going on. And I think if Arsenal keep this up and they take each game by game and we're getting 3 points and we're not looking down at the Liverpool game or looking beyond the game that we have next, that's the key to it, I think, for us.
Exactly. Just staying focused is the key thing. Just focusing on what we do and, making sure we're improving where we can and where we need to as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And most importantly, just keeping that mental strength as well. That goes a long way.
Yeah, 100.
Big up Tyrone saying, come on, you Gunners.
Come on. Come on, you Gunners.
Woo! We are top of the league. Said we are top of the league.
We are top of the league. Say we are top of the
That's our new vibe, our new jam. All right, let's get in the studio and record.
Yeah, we've got to celebrate because it's been a long time. Like, you can't help but, like, you know what I mean, be happy and enjoy that. Like, I think, it's not arrogance, it's not anything. Like, people are like, I've got friends saying, Arsenal fans are arrogant. Like, they win and kill cover. It's not arrogance. Like, at the end of the day, you can take confidence or excitement for arrogance, but we are just excited. You think that we've waited a long time. A lot of teams, like, I said this to my friend the other day who's a Man United fan, and he was like, you lot are celebrating, wait till you come to Old Trafford, you got to get a humbling. But I was like, I broke it down to him. I said, if you was in the same position as us right now, you'd feel just as excited, if not more, for it, because it's like, right now with us, we've got like the fans behind the team, you've got a manager everyone's backing, we've got a board that's showing willing to like invest. We haven't had this in years. Like, do you know what I mean? That everyone can get behind. I think Arsenal fans, everyone have always wanted to get behind the team and cheer and support and sing and dance and do all of this, but the team's never been good enough in order for us to have that moment. And I think we've now got a moment where win, lose or draw, whatever happens, we actually love this team. We love the manager. We love what's going on at Arsenal. We can see that it's an exciting time. So everyone's just happy. Even at the Emirates, like on Wednesday, you could just see everyone's just like excited. Everyone's happy. Everyone's like, we've even got ultras now, like behind the clock end goal, banging a drum, all in black shirts and got their own flag. Like, we've never had that. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful time for us, like, in that sense, as a football fan, when you take it back to the essence of what we all love. Like, we're passionate about this. We wouldn't be here recording stuff if we didn't feel, or wouldn't be going to games and spending our money buying shirts if we wasn't passionate about it. So it's understandable to feel this way. And I think sometimes, for the sake of banter or someone scoring points on another team, everyone wants to kind of, oh, well, them lot are celebrating, or these are arrogant. And it's not that, because we all love football. We love it. Why can't we just all show that love, innit? Do you get what I mean?
100%. 100% agree with what you're saying. Listen, football is a lifestyle, and we need to enjoy these moments. Like you said, we invest a lot of time and money into the clubs that we support. So when they're doing well, why can't we celebrate?
Yeah, 100%. And I think Arsenal, especially with All or Nothing, the way that they've integrated all the media outlets, the different Arsenal media outlets, like you look at AFTV being invited out to like America pre-season, you look at Frimpong being integrated into what's going on. All of that, you can see that it's built this close-knit community where we all feel like we all feel a part of it. All or Nothing helped. It gave us an insight into what was going on behind the scenes. And I think that is all what's kind of brought us all closer together. Do you get what? Like, you're going to get the people not happy. I think I see a clip of Lee Gunnar. Didn't look like he was too happy when we equalised. Again, you know what I mean? You get all these different people that are still upset about the club. But right now, it is huge. It's massive. Like, it's big. It's close, man.
It definitely is. We got James Patterson saying, we can celebrate tonight, Charlene. North London is red. Well, let us know where you're going to celebrate, James. Where you off to? And yes, listen, celebrate and don't feel guilty for celebrating. You're celebrating your club's achievements, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Me and Doug are all for it.
All for it. And I think we need that, because I think, you know what, especially at the games, and what we don't want it to do is, like, especially with everything, like, I think sometimes I wonder if it's even Arsenal fans that put the fear of Edu out and all of these things out into the atmosphere on Twitter, because it's so toxic. Like, we need to, regardless of whatever happens in the transfer market, whatever happens, let's just understand that this team is not for this season. This team is built for the next 2-3 years. Like, I can see us winning within the next 4 years. I can see us winning the league with this youthful team. So let's not get too hung up on what's happening now, and kind of understand it's for the future and enjoy the process, enjoy that transition. Do you get what I mean? And like, just sit back and just enjoy it and support, get behind them, because they need it. Like, you could see even in the Villa game, like, there was moments, I think, when they equalised, you could hear the kind of nervousness, because, you know, Arsenal involved, they were going to lose that game. But as soon as we started to pick it up, you could see the fans getting it behind the team again. As soon as we scored, it was electric. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's where the support goes a long way. So 100%, we need to be supporting in the team in the highs as well as the lows.
Yeah,
you know, more importantly, in the lows, when we perhaps ain't at our best, come on, get behind the team, keep pushing them, give them that encouragement. Think of yourself as an individual. You know, if you were struggling, what are you going to want? Are you going to want someone saying, oh, you're this, you're that, you're crap, you're not good enough? No, you're going to want someone to actually boost your confidence.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what we got to do as fans, celebrate the highs and encourage on the lows.
Yeah, 100%. We've all got a part to play. I think if everyone, you know, like, if we're all here saying, oh, you know what, we want to win the league, or we want to do this, or we want to be like whatever, like, yeah, we might be joking around, but there's also an air of seriousness, because we can see the potential in the squad. So we all, I think it's not only just down to the players and the manager to get it right. I think all of us as fans need to be very supportive and like play our parts. We've all got a part to play in the role of that helping this team across the line. So whether it be in form of journalism, criticism, what we put on social media, being at the games, cheering the team on, singing them songs, or even when people are worried, start a song, start singing a song, get the vibe moving in whatever section of the ground you're sitting in. Like, we all have a part to play. Like, look at Liverpool. Like, you see Liverpool when they play at home and they're at the Kop here, even when they're away, like that their fans are the 12th man. Like, look when we played them and we was in the game up until Klopp and Arteta had a little spill. Then it fired up their fans, and that was it. So every challenge, the fans were going crazy. They were spearing them on, and that's what made them push on to win that game. And I think we need to be the 12th man for Arsenal when we're playing. That when things ain't going right, we're cheering them on. When things are going well, we're celebrating every tackle, every one ball, every header. Do you get what I mean? Then that will spear the team on greatness, man.
100%. You couldn't have said it any better, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Right. While we're on that, I know people are now keen to start getting in their predictions. Big up to Marlon, who is a United fan. He's already got his prediction for the game on Sunday, saying 2-0. Well, we're going to get right into that.
As United even scored 2 goals this season in the game, I don't know where he's getting it from. Nah, what the fuck?
Oh, exactly. Ashake saying, Marlon, the United fan, is now in the chat. Thank you for letting us know.
In it.
United Till I Die is saying, bring on Arsenal at Old Trafford Sunday. Should be a good game. It's going to be a very, very exciting game. And James is confirming that he's going to a nightclub. Well, make sure you stay safe and enjoy yourself tonight, James.
In it, enjoy, mate.
Going to let his hair down. Right, Doug, should we so listen, first of all, I want to apologize because I was given a forfeit. I haven't yet done it, but I have actually got an explanation.
I was just running scared, mate. She don't want to do
I'm not scared. Just remember, I'm a lady. I've got hair, so when my hair gets wet, I'm gonna have to wash it.
That's what you're gonna have to do. You're not gonna keep a forfeit, mate. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm 100% gonna do the forfeit, but it's just about timing, you know how these things are. It's not like
I've had about 3 months to do this forfeit, you know.
It's been what, 2 weeks? I did actually wash my hair.
Yeah.
I had a chance to do the forfeit beforehand, but I'm definitely gonna do it. Do you have faith in me?
We have faith. We're giving you a lot of chances, but at least I know if I lose, I've got about 6 weeks to do my forfeit.
No, that's not the case. All right, we need to get a bit stricter on the rules. It's easy for you guys with like no or little hair. It's just
here comes the insults. No or little.
No.
I would like to say I have a steady flow of hair on my head. My beard makes up for most of it, but so do we now drop the insults in that? Yeah.
No, it definitely wasn't an insult. It was just a Charlene moment where you don't think before you speak.
Mate, like she was saying it like there was other people on the live feed. It's just me, Char. What's going on? Bloody hell! Like I was like, right.
Who else is there? No, it's all love, man. I didn't mean it like that, but my hair is a process. A bit like, I trust the process. Takes time.
Yeah.
Wash, blow dry, straighten. It's not easy being a female. Look at all this hair.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's not easy, fam.
But I'm definitely going to do my forfeit.
Mm-hmm.
Ashake saying, a good thing Charlene didn't cut her hair, otherwise she'll look different and young, mate. I will not look like Charlene. Right, so I have still got a forfeit pending, which is to do an ice bucket challenge, which I can confirm I will be doing. And as soon as I do it, I'll post it straight to my Instagram on my main feed, so you guys can see that.
I promise you, it won't be done anytime this side of the World Cup.
Oh, 100% it will be, Doug.
I got a feeling we'll find out the winner of the World Cup before Char does this ice bucket challenge.
No, I'll definitely do it before then. But let's go over last week's fixtures, because do you remember what your forfeit is if you lose?
No, what was it again?
Remind everyone. I know 100% you haven't forgotten.
Nah, I forgot. What was it?
It involves hair.
What did I say I was going to do? The wig!
Not just the wig, the stick-on thing. Like the proper stick-on thing. You're going to go barbers, get a shape up, everything.
I forgot.
That's your forfeit. I pray you have lost.
Listen, yeah, I know. I said it. Yeah.
Oh, that is jokes. So we'll go over those fixtures to see whether or not Doug's going to get a completely new look, which I'm sure we'll all be excited for. So this is actually for game week 4. We didn't actually do game week 5, so those were all the midweek games.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't predict for, so there's no predictions for that. We'll just go over these results for game week 4, then we'll do our predictions for this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, is everyone ready for this?
Come on.
All right, so what's the chat saying? Shoke saying, did Charlene do her forfeit, which was no, I'm about to do it, don't worry. It's coming very soon.
Have a word of shock.
It's coming, don't worry. All right, so the first fixture was Southampton versus Man United. Now, Doug, you actually predicted a 2-2 draw. I predicted a 2-1 Southampton win, and the result was a 1-0 Man United win. So none of us get any points for that one.
Okay.
The next one was Chelsea versus Leicester. You went for a 3-1 Chelsea win, and I went for a 3-2 Chelsea win. The full-time result was 2-1. So we both get 1 point because we both got the win, but none of us got the thing.
Oh, and I think one they went 3-1, you know, I can't remember. I think
it's a bit hard, ain't it? Because it's like you make these predictions and you're like, oh my God, should I just stick to what I originally thought, or am I going to change? But yeah, no, we just get 1 point each on that one. Now, the next fixture was Brighton versus Leeds, which resulted in a 1-0 Brighton win. Oh my God, we both went for draws.
Did we?
You went 1-1 and I went 2-2.
Wow, you know what?
Why didn't I predict a Brighton win?
No, because you know what? Leeds won the game previous, didn't they? So, you know, that maybe they would like be a hard game or they'll cancel each other out. That's what I was thinking anyway.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
You know why I feel like this one's tense? Because I feel like we've actually got a lot of these wrong. It's actually going to come down to like 1 or 2 points, really, that's going to win this one this week. Like,
I know, it's going to be tight. Like, we're drawing at the minute. We're on the same number of points at the minute. All right, so the next one is Man City versus Crystal Palace. Now, the full-time result was 4-2. You was really close, Doug. You could have got 3 points on this. Yeah. You went for 4-1 to Man City. Ooh. So you was close.
It went 4-1. I'm pretty sure it was 4-1.
It was 4-2. I got the results in my face.
Okay. I'm just checking. Yeah,
you can double check. Get the fixtures up.
No, I'll leave you. I trust you.
And I went for a 3-1 City win. So we both just get 1 point on that. Wow. All right, the next one. Wow. This one, none of us got, was the Liverpool versus Bournemouth game. I don't think anyone was expecting Bournemouth to get spanked 9-0.
Yeah.
You predicted a 3-0 Liverpool win. Oh, I predicted a 2-0 Liverpool win.
Oh, shit.
So we both get 2 points for that because we got the win and we got the clean sheet.
Oh, is it? Yeah? Is that what we're doing?
Bonus points for clean sheet.
You've added new rules to this year.
Oh, no. I mean, we cannot do that, but do you want to do that?
You know what? You must only look down the scoreline and be like, yeah, this is going to work.
Honestly, I haven't actually checked any of these. Honestly, I'm literally just doing it now.
I'll let you off.
Big up to iGamer who's saying hello, folks, who's just joined us, it seems. Nice to have you. All right, now, next fixture is... sorry. Why are you laughing, Doug?
No, because that 2 point thing is going to come back to bite me later on. I can just tell.
Should we deduct it then?
No, we can do it.
Sure?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
I'm back to bite, man. Still, I've got a real good feeling.
Sure?
Yeah. Go on.
Right, cool. The next one is Brentford versus Everton. Now, the full-time result was 1-1.
Yeah.
You predicted 2-1. To Brentford. I predicted 3-2 to Brentford. So none of us get any points. We're both on the same vibe on this, isn't it? Either like winning, drawing, mad. All right, the next one was Arsenal versus Fulham. So you predicted 3-0. I predicted 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, full-time result was 2-1 to Arsenal. So we both get 1 point. Mate.
This is close.
Mad.
I actually feel nervous, mate. I don't know.
I know, same. We're both level on points.
Yeah, this is actually it's actually dramatic.
We need some type of music.
Yeah. Heartbeat.
Yeah. The next one was Wolves versus Newcastle. Full-time result was a 1-1 draw. You predicted 2-0 to Newcastle. I predicted 3-0 to Newcastle.
Wow.
So we both get 0 points. Why did we predict?
You were copying me that week.
Oh, you might have been copying me. Why did we both predict the similar kind of results? It's mental. Like, how are we supposed to get a winner? How are we supposed to get you some new hair?
Yeah. Listen, I might live to see another week.
Mate. Aston Villa versus West Ham. You predicted a 2-1 West Ham win. I predicted a 2-2 draw. And the full-time result was 1-0 to West Ham. So you get a point and I don't. So you're leading by 1 point.
Get in. Come on. Okay.
Oh, mate.
Come on.
And the last fixture is Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham. You predicted 2-1. We both predicted 2-1 to Tottenham. Oh, to Nottingham Forest. We predicted 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. Full-time result was 2-0 to Tottenham. So you have won. So we get 0 points for that. And Doug, you have won by 1 point.
Come on.
So your total points is 6. And my total points is 5. So you beat me again. I got another forfeit.
Nah, we'll let you do your first forfeit. That'll be your forfeit. You just got to do the ice bucket challenge within a week.
Okay, that's kind of you.
You've got a week to do it.
All right,
before I show, you have to do it.
All right then. Everyone happy with that forfeit?
Listen, if you need a score predictor, listen, call me.
Hit up Doug. I mean, he didn't get no mad amount of points, and it was very tight. It was a 1 point margin.
I reckon. At least last week we got some of them bang on, but this week, yeah, it was way off.
I know. You even got some free points as well last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Big up to Ashoke. He predicted 2-1 Arsenal and got it right. Oh, fantastic, Ashoke. Oh, and look, Ashoke's beat you because he's even tallied up his points and he's got 8. So well done, Ashoke.
Yeah. Ashoke was bang on with it last time.
Isn't it? On point. I love that. Right, let's get into some predictions. Sorry, Doug?
That means Shoke must have got some correct then, like bang on. I know Shoke got the 1-1. I think Shoke, remind me, did you get one of the 1-1s, one of the draws right as well?
Yeah, let us know what else you got right. So you got 3 points on that Arsenal game. So where else did you get your 5 points from? And you know what? As we're doing this as well, put your predictions so that you can write them, and we've got like note of yours as well. iGamer is saying, you guys putting a smile on my face. Do your forfeit like a woman. I love that. Don't worry, darling. I will do my forfeit.
Hello. Do your forfeit, B.
Yes.
Excuses. See me at the Villa game talking about, oh, I had to go and do this and do that. I was like, oh, no. We ain't doing all of that.
I did say I will do it, though, Doug. Colin Green is saying it's going to be a very close game. Is that the Man U Arsenal game you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
United fans, the more it gets closer, I think they're understanding what's happening. I think a lot of them was talking all this, oh, come to Old Trafford, we're going to humble you. But no, the game's a couple of days away, mate.
You couldn't even humble Leicester City.
You couldn't even humble Leicester City, mate. Brendan, you meant to while the pressure's on and they're bottom of the league, you're meant to get a manager sacked. You know what I mean? No, but I can see Brendan's on his way out. He wants to leave. They didn't spend no money. His post-match interview sounded very like, I don't care if I leave kind of thing. You know what? There's other big clubs out there. Like you think Everton, he wouldn't mind going Everton. I could see him maybe looking at Villa squad and thinking I could do something with that. Like there's other teams out there that I reckon Brendan could go and do a job. And I think if he became available, they'd get rid of their manager to get him in.
Yeah, he's a good manager. Could you see him going to Bournemouth, perhaps?
Yeah. Could. Yeah, but would he want to go to Bournemouth? Really?
Yeah, he could aim a bit higher.
Yeah, they ain't got the caliber of players that Brendan Rodgers would want to work with, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you could see Brendan Rodgers is a kind of a manager. You can see him going Newcastle. You could see him going Everton. They got players he's gonna go wherever there's players in it, like that he can actually have got money to spend in it. Do you get what I mean? Could even see him going Nottingham Forest, maybe.
Oh, but they got a good Coop. They got Cooper there. I think he's a good fit for them.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying he got the Chelsea versus Leicester prediction right, 2-1, and the Arsenal versus Fulham prediction right, 2-1. Oh, wicked. So that's 6 points.
Okay.
That he picked up there. All right. Colin Green's just confirming that it was the Manchester United game that he was talking about earlier when he said it's going to be a very close game. Right. Yes, it will. Let's get into some predictions for this weekend. Right. Let's kick off. So, Doug, Everton versus Liverpool. What are you saying? Is Darwin Núñez still out? I believe he should be back now. That's 3 games.
He should be back.
Okay.
He should be back.
Oh, you don't say I'm copying you. Shall I go first?
Yeah, go Go on then. Go on.
Shall I inspire you? Give you some inspiration?
Go on then.
I'm going 3-1 Liverpool.
You got 3-1?
No, wait. Will they get another clean sheet? Will it be a big game thriller again? Somebody's telling me 4-0 or 4-1. Just as I said 4-0, Tyrone put 4-0. So I'm going to go with 4-0. Tyrone, you've inspired me. I'm going 4-0.
I agree. I'm going to copy.
Are you?
You know what? I could see Everton ain't great. And even though they're
okay.
So it's a Merseyside derby, isn't it?
Yeah.
And ain't that great. The only person that's scoring goals for them is Gordon. I could see Liverpool turning them over. So I'm gonna go 3-0.
3-0.
But actually, I'm gonna go 3-0. Because how much did they win? Who did they play on the weekend? They just about beat Fulham, didn't they? At home on the midweek. They played Newcastle.
Yes, sorry. Sorry. Let me quickly go over those predictions. I do apologise. It's because we didn't do it. Let me go over those results. We didn't do any predictions, but I will quickly give you the results for those games. So full-time results for Matchday 5 was Crystal Palace 1, Brentford 1, Fulham 2, Brighton 1, Southampton 2, Chelsea 1, Leeds 1, Everton 1, Bournemouth 0, Wolves 0, Man City 6, Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 1, West Ham 1, Tottenham 1, Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, and Leicester City 0, Manchester United 1. Was that read well? Did you understand that?
It was read very well.
Did I sound like the TV?
Yeah, you sounded like, the guy on BBC when they do the pause. I was like this. I was like...
Put you to sleep.
Leicester 1. Newcastle 2. Next we have Man United. Bournemouth 5.
Oh,
I was was paying attention, and it was that good. I was paying attention.
You might need a sip of your coffee, Doug. That is jokes. There you go. So that was the results.
Yeah, that was the results. I missed some of them though, but anyway. Yeah, I missed some, but we go again. But yeah, the midweek, Fulham, Newcastle. Yeah, Man, Liverpool just
2-1 to Liverpool against Newcastle.
Yeah, Liverpool used up their clock time credits and got the extra couple of minutes on to get that the winner. You know. Yeah,
now they got Darwin. He's gonna want to be firing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Actually, do I give Everton a goal or not? This is the thing. They're at home.
More pay.
They got more pay.
Derby.
I'm gonna go
3-1.
3-1.
Okay. I predicted your prediction.
Yeah. I was gonna go 3-1.
No, I'm sticking with my 4-0.
No, but did you know I was gonna go 3-1? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
No, because as you was thinking, I thought, yeah, he's gonna give them a go, but he's still gonna keep that free. Go for Liverpool. Oh, sorry, I put the predictions the wrong way around. Right. Next one is Tottenham versus Fulham.
Oh, see, this is the thing. Tottenham have not been that great, man.
Fulham played well. I was actually impressed with what they came with when they came to us.
Yeah. Fulham are actually good, man. They're actually good, and I think they're going to give Tottenham more problems than Nottingham Forest did. And Tottenham just about scraped that game. So I'm going to go. I want every time I keep going against Tottenham because I want them to drop points. I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham.
I like that. I love that. I'm actually gonna go the reverse of that, and I'm gonna go 2-1 to Tottenham. Let us know what your predictions are as well. I'm
on Fulham.
I know we'll be cheering on Fulham. Yeah, obviously I want Fulham to win, but
you think they're gonna do it, innit?
Yeah, when you just think about, the players that they've got, Kane, Son,
the
manager.
I'm just using wishful thinking, I think.
That's all right. I like that. I love that.
Keep thinking, Doug. I remember, Char's determined to win this one.
No, well, that as well, because I do actually want to see you with some long hair. So that as well. Ashoke's going 2-1 to Tottenham as well.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth. I got a feeling this one. Ooh, I was going to say a draw, but now I'm thinking, will Bournemouth perhaps Nottingham Forest get a result over Bournemouth? Or Bournemouth need to get some points, don't they?
They did. They drew against Wolves midweek. No.
Yeah. Oh, I might go 1-0. They got J-Lanes. This one's a hard one. Will Bournemouth get a result? Ashoke's going 2-1 to Forest. I feel like Bournemouth will win this game. Nottingham Forest has signed like 20 odd players. What sort of team bonding are they doing? That's what I want to know.
They've been bowling this week, bit of go-karting.
Eating all their meals together. Perhaps staying in a whole hotel together. iGame is saying Forest going to smash them. Tyrone's going 2-0 Forest.
I'm going to go to... Is whether Bournemouth, I don't even think Bournemouth have scored a goal. Like, honest to God, I don't even think they've scored a goal this season. I can't even tell you what game they scored in, but I'm going to go Forest win 3-1.
3-1. I actually thought that in my head,
I love a 3-1.
No, so do I.
Jesse Lingard's going to score as well.
Yeah. Do you know, I'm going to go.
Got to put that in there as well. If I get that right and Jesse Lingard scores and they win 3-1, I get 10 points.
What? Don't try to pick up some mad bonus points. I'm J-Lings go equals.
That gets a point then.
Bonus. Question mark.
It was bad on the day.
Yeah. Do you know, I'm going to go 2-0 Forest.
I thought you were going to pick Bournemouth.
I was. You know what? Let me pick Bournemouth. I'm going 2-1 Bournemouth.
The mind games have started.
I know. Wait, how am I letting Doug play mind games with me?
I'm not playing mind games. I was just like letting you know that's what you was originally gonna do.
I'm going 2-1 to Bournemouth.
All right.
Oh, mate. Ashoke saying that last game Wolves should have beat Bournemouth. He's also saying Bournemouth beat Villa 2-1 on the opening day.
Yeah, imagine that. I don't get why they sacked my man Parker when you think they played Arsenal, City and Liverpool. That's just like madness. And they beat Villa. Like, it's crazy.
Exactly. I was actually surprised with that sacking.
Yeah. So that's why maybe even if you guy in Bournemouth, maybe I should have gave them a little bit more credit because they're not actually dead. And I think if they actually beat all the teams around them, they'll actually be okay. And I think Scott Parker would have done that. Like, I think Scott Parker would have won that Wolves game.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting. Interesting to see what happens in this game.
Yeah.
Need some points. Next one is Chelsea versus West Ham.
This one's hard, man. I don't know.
My first thought was, could this potentially be a 2-2 draw? And then I thought, actually, could Chelsea actually get a win? The fact that they're at home, when you think about their signings.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
But then I was even out because I was putting on a bet for the weekend yesterday, and I was looking at it when I was at work, and I was like, I couldn't pick. I was gonna go with Chelsea. Then I looked at it. West Ham they got a draw against Tottenham in the week. You know, like they're looking like they're trying to turn a corner. Yeah, they're gonna be tough. Chelsea ain't been great neither, have they? Like, so I don't know. I don't know which way to go with this one because I feel like with Paqueta,
you might as well just say spaghetti.
Yeah, so with spaghetti's in there, it's just mad. Like, I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your score prediction? Shoke is going for a 1-1 draw. He's not confident about this game because of the Southampton performance. While you're thinking, I'll just get through some of these comments. iGamer saying, Charlene, another forfeit loading. Bournemouth ain't winning nothing.
Hey, tell her. Hey.
FIFA expert 01 is saying, how do you feel about Oba joining Chelsea? We did actually have a discussion on this earlier in the show. Well, thank you for joining us now. But we was basically, to sum it up, we're just saying, you know what, it's all love that Aubameyang has now joined Chelsea. And we're saying, you know, credit for everything, credit and love for everything that he's done for us at Arsenal. And, you know, if it didn't sort of pan out the way we wanted it to, well, for him and for Arsenal, then, you know, it's football and players move on. And it's about the manager bringing the best out of the player. And he's worked with Tuchel at Borussia Dortmund before. So perhaps Tuchel could be the man to get a good performance out of him. So that's basically just summing up what we discussed. But if you want more in-depth detail, then watch back the show and then you can see my views as well as Doug's views on that signing. You got your... Sorry, it went quiet. What did you say?
Oh, I said, well said, my friend.
Oh, thank you. I just summed it up quickly.
Real nice. You get me?
Thank you. Say that again.
I said you broke it down.
There you go.
There.
Tyrone's going 3-2 Chelsea. What are you saying, Doug?
Tyrone, that looks like that's the thing. It's possible. I think both teams got goals. Both teams ain't defending well. Chelsea get chances. Yeah, I could see a 3-2. I could see a 3-2. I could see Aubameyang coming on and getting a couple goals. Sterling looks hot. So I could see, you know what, 3-2 is tempting me still. I feel to go with Tyrone on the 3-2. I can't do 3-1 again because I've already done it about 100 times.
All your predictions, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Yeah, all the time, 3-1.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, copy and paste, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. But I can see West Ham scoring goals, so I'm going to go 3-2 as well. Come on, Tyrone.
Okay. Cool. Tyrone, you've inspired Doug.
Yeah. Fully.
Barney should be back as well, shouldn't he?
That's it. You know what I mean?
All right. The next one is Brentford versus Leeds.
Did you put your prediction down for the Chelsea one?
Oh, sorry. Do you know, I wrote it, but I didn't say it. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm going 2-1 to Chelsea. Do you know? Because I'm
Char just playing in secret over here. You know.
Oh no! Do you know? I'm sorry. You know what it is? Because I thought of a prediction, so I thought let me write it. But I didn't actually get a chance to say it, so apologies. I'm going to go
2-1. I did think 2-1 as well. 2-1 was in the back of my mind, but the 3-2 in front of the screen was tempting.
Yeah. I mean, same margin, 1 goal difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go 2-1.
Be praying for them extra goals to go in, but
I know, just so that you don't get a forfeit.
Yeah. Be like, please, come on, man, just get me a goal.
Isn't it? Literally. Brentford versus Leeds. Shoke's going for a 2-1 Leeds win.
Oh, I'm going 1.
You're going 1-1.
Yeah.
I'm going for a Brentford win. Brentford's at home.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon 3-1.
3-1.
Why are we loving a 3-1 this season?
That's my go-to 3-1. I can't lie. I love a 3-1 scoreline, to be fair.
Same.
Because 3-1 just keeps you like, if you're 2-1 up through that game, they always can get back in it. 3-1, they're just outside, innit? Like,
yeah.
They always want to get that third goal in it, like just to rest the nerves. So I always like a 3-1. But yeah, I'll take it.
All right. So you're going 1-1, I'm going 3-1 to
right. We have division.
Huh?
We have division now. We've divided. These are game-changing results. Look, Tyrone's gone 3-0.
So Brentford, yeah. Someone's going to be getting a forfeit.
Yeah,
so we ain't doing that same pattern as last time.
No.
So the next one is Wolves versus Southampton. I'm not expecting loads of goals in this one. No,
I'm saying
I've got my one. I'm going 1-0 to Wolves.
You got 1-0 Wolves?
Yeah.
I'm going to Southampton's away, innit?
Yeah.
I am going to say
Where's your bestie, Tyrone? He's saying a draw. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was actually thinking 0-0 again, but then I know Wolves got that in the week. So I would say I feel like Southampton can go and beat them now, man. I'm saying 2-1 Southampton.
2-1. Okay.
Saying 2-1 Southampton. I feel like Southampton can beat Wolves. Wolves just haven't turned up this season. It's a bit shocking by them.
Bit like when I was reading the results. All right, the next one. It should be an exciting one, actually. Newcastle versus Crystal Palace. I mean, let's not forget Newcastle leading by 2 goals against Man City. And also Crystal Palace leading by 2 goals against Man City.
Yeah.
In their fixture.
Capitulated.
This should be an interesting game.
And then 1-0 on midweek, and then sat back and then conceded the equaliser. So I think
help us comments. Help
What do you reckon? I reckon Newcastle win, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like Newcastle beat Palace. It's either a draw or Newcastle win, because I just think Palace, like what happened in the week, like when they went up, they sat back, they let the other team back in. I think if they go to Newcastle, the atmosphere at Newcastle is a bit electric there at the minute. I think if Palace score, I can see Newcastle getting back in the game, and then the fans will get behind it. So I will say 3. Didn't Newcastle buy Isak as well?
Yeah, they got Isak.
3-1 Newcastle, man. Isak scores. Come on.
iGamer's going Palace win. Doug's going for his favourite 3-1.
3-1 Newcastle.
Oh, Char, what do you want to go for?
I got
Tyrone. Oh look, no, you and Tyrone got some sort of connection going on, because he's going 3-1 Newcastle as well.
Yeah. It's that brace. Isak brace. Zaha's gonna score for Palace. Isak brace, and Almiron's gonna score as well.
Almiron's actually good. I like him.
Yeah.
Wait, let's not forget Sen Maximin as well.
Yeah. Maximin's doing bits. He might score. Actually, it could be 4-1, but I'm gonna stick.
It could be 5.
Could be 5.
We need a mad scoring game. One of us should be bold and go for some mad bold score.
I'm do that for the Arsenal Man United. I might just give
What, 10-0?
4-1.
All right. For that one, I want to see a mad scoreline.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. I'll see, because I'll see how I feel when I get there. Because I don't know. This time I'm not feeling confident. I'm not trying to be wearing wigs for a whole week. You get me? But
oh, mum. How long do they last?
Yeah, some glue on thing. Yeah.
Until the glue sweats out.
Oh, don't. Could you imagine?
Oh, that is jokes. Ashake is going 2-0 to Newcastle. iGamer's going 2-1 Palace. Doug's going 3-1 Newcastle. I'm going 4-2 Newcastle.
Okay.
All right. Next one, Aston Villa versus Man City.
6-0 City. Gerrard's losing his job this game. I'm at 6-0. I'm not playing.
Hey, mate, Man City's goal difference is going to be absolutely mental. What's
Crazy.
that?
It already is.
Yeah, literally. Right, Ashoke's going 3-0 Man City. Tyrone's going 5-0 City. People's expecting some goals.
Yeah, 5-0 sounds actually quite good, you know. I might switch it up to 5-0.
You going 5-0?
Yeah, I'm going 5-0.
All right, Doug's going 5-0 on that one. He's looking for some entertainment, boy.
Yeah, no, they go big.
Big up to Musin. Hey, Musin, how are you? It was so lovely to meet you at the Arsenal game. Nice for joining us as well.
Come on, Musin.
Innit? Big up. What am I going to predict on this one? This is definitely a Man City win.
Mm-hmm.
I
should Villa go and shot them and win like 1-0 or something.
I know.
Innit?
I know, that'd be mental. I'm gonna go 4-1 to Man City. Ashoke saying Haaland will score. That's almost like a guaranteed. Anyone who does bet, yeah. Remember, gamble responsibly. I'm sure whatever they're betting, Haaland is always going to be down to be doing some sort of madness, scoring goals.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, next one, Brighton versus Leicester City. I'm going to say a Brighton win. Oh, Leicester haven't actually won, though.
Yeah, no, Leicester ain't won a game, man. They won. They're in a bad way, and I'm gonna go with you on that one. Brighton win, and I'm gonna say Brighton. Leicester don't even look like scoring a goal. I'm gonna say 2-0, man.
Oh, are you? I'm going Brighton 2-1. 2-1, I'm saying to Brighton.
Then 2-1 Brighton, yeah.
Yeah. iGamer saying slap up Villa 6-0, Stevie getting sacked. Ashake saying 2-1 to Brighton. Oh, same as me. Oh my god, and Tyrone saying 2-0. I think we found our prediction partners.
Yeah.
Mine, we seem to predict the same thing, and Tyrone's yours. You guys seem to predict the same thing.
Come on, T. T's on the same. I feel like T's got the winning formula today.
Yeah, I feel like Ashake got 8 points and beat you last week, so he might have the winning formula again this week.
and you can see all the predictions. This is one-sided, you know. I feel like
can you not see the comments?
I can only see them when you share them.
Oh, okay. It's because you're on your phone, ain't it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's all right. Don't mind.
Well, I'll try and share as much as I can. I didn't actually look at them. I will do our predictions. Now, as soon as they pop up, I'll tell you.
No. Just carry on. It's fine.
I want it to be fair.
I'm actually quite good at this.
I haven't been getting all my predictions from the audience.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're saving the best till last. Manchester United versus Arsenal. What are you predicting?
Arsenal 4-1.
What? Love that, Doug. Arsenal 4-1. Oh. All right, a comment's popped up. iGame is saying 2-2 for the Leicester. Can't be in the mud forever. Fair point. Tyrone saying 6-0 Arsenal.
Well, I'd love that. I would love us to go there and smack them up 6-0. That would be just the most beautifulest thing. That is the thing, but I think Man United's confidence, because they beat Liverpool, is what gives you that the fans' confidence is what gives you a little bit of reservedness about it. Because I just feel like we just got there and smack them up, really, the way we've been playing. But no part A, that's part of the Rolls Royce missing. You know, he's a Rolls Royce in there. So, but Lukonga's doing bits. Like, I was impressed with Lukonga. You know, so we'll see. But yeah, definitely, I want an Arsenal win, man.
Yeah. iGamer's going for an Arsenal win of 3-1. Someone has hacked my account and has put a fake comment. This is not me. You are actually funny. I don't know how to do it.
Did that say I'm officially pregnant?
Yeah. I can 100% confirm that I am not pregnant. And they've put it again. That is not me. That is just a bogus account. Listen, you better come out of the comments, otherwise I am
listen, you got to laugh, Char. You got to laugh. You know what?
I know.
I got one of them accounts on Instagram that like someone's made where it's like some next big dog and they just like send me untold madness. It's just crazy.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, don't worry, Charlene. This account is fake. Yeah, I know. I've blocked them now.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going 4-1 to Arsenal. Do you know what? I'm gonna go 5-2 to Arsenal.
4-1, Char.
5-2.
I hope you win that one, actually.
I hope I get 3 points on that.
Yeah.
Just like Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's laughing. Everyone's putting, nah. People got time, trust me, or they're just bored. All right. So that is our predictions.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Innit? Is everyone all excited for the fixtures this weekend? I sure am, and I'm hoping that I win and Doug gets some new hair.
Listen, I can do it. As you can see already, we know my hairline. If I move this cap foot, there's no hairline there. So some new hair. I could do with a little wig. You know what I mean?
Are you happy with those predictions, or do you want to quickly just put some?
I'm happy. Listen, we lose or draw, we roll. Let's go. I don't mind, man. I'm absolutely happy with it all.
All right, cool. Tyrone's also happy. Your buddy saying,
keep checking those. Keep hold of those predictions, Ty. So when we do the next show, you can tally up your points.
You might be getting some new hair with Doug.
And Char's feeling hella confident.
Oh no, I actually am.
Yeah, I feel like there's a few deciders in there that actually separate us. Lewis, lean on a man, come on.
Isn't it? Big up Doug and his slogan, lean on a man. Big up Lewis Milner. Ashake saying, I'm looking forward to watch the game on Sunday. So are we. We've got another. We've got a fake Big Doug. It looks like they've literally just created that account.
Yeah.
Picture saying, I'm gonna just block this person. They've put this in here like a million times.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get spammed completely, we're gonna say goodbye. So thank you everyone for joining us. Doug, it's been great chatting to you as always. Yes, we're looking forward to this.
Sorry?
Oh, go on, speak. You've just frozen a bit.
I look forward to seeing you next week.
100% to see who gets the forfeit. All right. Well, big up to everyone as well. Big up Lewis saying love the content. Keep up the work. Thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you everyone as well for being patient for the delayed show. But listen, we appreciate your love, your support. Enjoy all the Premier League fixtures this weekend, and we'll be back again next week to see who's got the forfeit and also to predict next weekend's fixtures. Have a great weekend, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Let's go.